Բարև սիրելի ընկերներ, ես Rafi Manoukianն եմ, Glendale քաղաքի կանցաբար, շնորհակալ եմ, որ գմիանաք ինձ նորեն այսօր, ինչպես որ ասի անցյալ անգամ, հաջորդ մի քանի ամիսը ընդդություններով ամիս է, ընդդությունը հունիս 7-ին է, եւ հավանաբար դուք բոլորդ ձեր քվեատեղտիկները ստանաք դունը, ձեր դունը եւ դունեն քվեարկեք։ Միակ թերաթակ ուզեմ անել, որ եթե արձանագրված եք, արձանագրվեցեք եւ եթե Ձեր հասցեն փոխածեք, կամ ձեր անունը փոխածեք, կամ ո՞ր մեկ բաժարով կուզեք անդամակցել այս կամ այն դարբեր գուսակցություններու, կամ փոխել ձեր անդամակցությունը գուսակցություններու, անշուշտ պետք է նորեն վերստին արձանագրվեք. You need to re-register if you've changed your name, if you change your address, you want to select a different political party or select no political party. You want to re-register նորեն գուզեք նորեն պետք է արձանագրվեք որ այդ քվեատեղտիկներ որ բիრი ստանաք դունեն ստանաք անշուշտ նաև ձեր հասցեն շիդակ պետք է լա արձանագրված շիդակ պետք է լա որ դունը այդ քվեները ստանաք չէ թե այդ քվեները չեք ստանալ դունը ուրեմն շատ կարևոր է այս registration-ը քվեարկության համար այսօր ինչպես որ ասի հաջորդ երկու ամիս հավանաբար ընդդություններու մասին Allah իմ այս ծրագիրս բիդի Allah այս ծրագիրը այսօր մեզի հետ է Dr. Suzie Abajian որ PhD ստացած է UCLA-ն Education-ի դասավանդության մասին եւ Bachelor's in Mathematics from Occidental ստացած է Women of the Year Award 2018-ին Congressman Judy Chuyan Եվ այսօր ինչպես որսի այսօր մեզ հետ է Dr. Suzie Abajian եւ գմասնակցի Glendale քարտուղարի Glendale քաղաքի քարտուղարի բաժնուն Glendale City Clerk elections. Dr. Abajian, welcome.
Շատ շնորհակալ եմ այս արիչին համար, որ ցեզ հետ խոսակցեմ իմ տեխնազությանս մասին, քաղաքի քարտուղարի տեխնազությանս մասին։
Շատ բարի եկած ես, շնորհակալ եմ որ ժամանակը տրամադրեցիր, գիտեմ որ մանավանդ ընդդություններու ժամանակը Սագավ է, քիչ է եւ շնորհակալ եմ որ գրծար ժամանակ տրամադրել Dr. Abajian Glendale մեծած ես
Այո
ընդհանրապես Glendale-ն ես ուրեմն
Այո Glendale-ն եմ Glendale մեծած եմ Glendale High School-ն ավարտած եմ եւ այս շրջանի մեջ համասարան հաջողած եմ Occidental College-ն ավարտեցի իմ թվապանության դիդրոսով եւ անգևերջ UCLA հաջողեցի եւ անդերեն իմ PhD ստացա
PhD ընդհանրապես երբ որ բիդի դասավանդես PhD կստանաս այդ պատճառով PhD
Այո եթե գուզես դասավանդել համասարաններու մեջ պետք է ունենաս PhD այո
Դասավանդեցիր համասարանները ներս
Այո դասավանդած եմ Occidental College-ի մեջ UCLA-ի մեջ եւ նաեւ Loyola Marymount University-ին
Դասավանդությունը ընդհանրապես mathematics մասին
Թե թվապանության մեջ դասավանդած եմ եւ թե ուսուցչության մեջ, այսինքն ուսուցիչներուն ուսուցչություն սորվեցնել կամ իրենց
Ինչպես պիտի
դասավանդեն, ինչպես թվապանությունը պիտի դասավանդեն
Նաև mathematics-ի մեջ your specialty is in mathematics
Ayo.
What made you choose mathematics? You know, I would have never chosen mathematics for my major. I'm an economics major, by the way.
I love mathematics. I'm a numbers woman. I love mathematical problems. I love engaging students in mathematical thinking and in solving problems. I think that it's very exciting for me.
Նաև փորձառություն ունիս you worked in administration in Orange County and now in Glendale Unified School District.
Yes. I was working at the Orange County Department of Education as an administrator and I was in charge of some of our federal programs like Title III and ensuring that we are compliant with all the Title III regulations and we're following the law. And also, I wrote the curriculum for our English language learners at the Orange County Department of Ed. And now I'm at Glendale Unified, and I work in the mathematics department for the district.
Oh, Have you managed people? Did you have people that you were
Absolutely.
managing in some of these administrative positions?
Absolutely. I have management experience. I had staff at the Orange County Department of Education, and not only have I had staff, but I've also worked with diverse group of constituents, and I have a lot of experience interfacing between an institution and the public and different constituents.
And you're not a stranger to elections.
I'm not a stranger to elections. I've been elected twice.
Twice.
Well, actually 3 times. One for the LA County Democratic Party Central Committee in my assembly district, but also twice I've been elected to the school board in South Pasadena, and that has provided me with the experience to be an elected official and also be the person who interfaces with the public. And I think that's something that's needed from a city clerk. The city clerk is the person, the connection between the city and the public, and you need someone who has those skills to be able to do that job.
Right. In your capacity as a manager, and now you are also working for Glendale Unified School District. Is that in an administrative capacity? Are you instructing teachers as well, or what is your role? With
my role is a specialist, which means that I instruct mathematics teachers. I train mathematics teachers on teaching mathematics in their classroom, and also I'm also in charge of adoptions, curriculum adoptions. Let's say that if we need new textbooks, I'm in charge of the whole process. So that means that working together, bringing the staff together, the teachers together from different departments and schools, and instituting a process where we can come to a fair decision at the end. So it takes a lot of skills to work with different personalities and bring everybody to a consensus.
Right. And you've decided to run for Glendale City Clerk. Let me just explain the City Clerk, the position of the City Clerk in Armenian. City Clerk Glendale քաղաքի քարտուղարն է, որ մինչև վերջին գրեթե 12 տարիները գվարեր Արտաշես Կասախյանը, որ ընդրվեցավ քաղաքապետարանի խորհրդի անդամ եւ հիմա քաղաքապետ դարձավ, Glendale-ի քաղաքապետը դարձավ, ուրեմն այդ պաշտոնը թափուր մնաց եւ դակավին գրեթե 2 տարի մնացած էր այդ պաշտոնին, որ ուրեմն քաղաքապետարանի խորհուրդը նշանակեց Արամ Աջեմյանը, որ այդ թափուր պաշտոնը վարե մինչև որ նոր անցումը ընդրվի, եւ Արամ Աջեմյանը ասաց էր, որ նորեն ընդդության չի մասնակցի, եթե այդ պաշտոնը վարե, եւ չի մասնակցիր։ Այդ պատճառով այդ պաշտոնը թափուր է եւ այդ պաշտոնին գված է ներգային Dr. Abajian. So for the vacant position of the city clerk, you have decided to throw your hat in the ring. Why are you running for Glendale? Now you moved to Glendale. You said you were an elected official in Undervaz Bashton South Pasadena, I mentioned. Now you've moved to Glendale, and Glendale is your home. You have a child who's going to the schools already. Is he old enough yet?
No, I have a daughter whose name is Arevik. It's all right. Her name is Arevik, and she is the sunshine of our lives. As the name implies. Yes. So I actually stepped down from the board in order to move to Glendale, and I wanted Glendale to be our home because this is my hometown. I care deeply about this city because not only did I grow up here, but my community's here. So I wanted Arevik to experience that community and be part of that community. And because I have this skill set, I decided to run for this position because I'm convinced that our city needs somebody like me who has the experience, who has the knowledge to be able to do this work. And that's why I decided to run.
When you say about experience, how can you describe the function of the city clerk and what their responsibilities are in terms of an elected official?
Yes. Ուրեմն քաղաքի քարտուղարը պատասխանատու է քաղաքի ընդդություններուն։ իրեն պատասխանատվությունը այն է, որ քաղաքի ընտրությունները ընթանան օրինավոր ձևով եւ արդար ձևով. So the function of the city clerk is overseeing the election process. Նաև քարտուղարը պատասխանատու է օրենքներուն, քաղաքի օրենքներուն հոգապարծուն է. Ուրեմն the keeper of the city ordinance and also the city records, ensuring that the public records requests are done in a timely manner, ensuring transparency in government, and also ensuring that we're compliant with the Brown Act, we're following all the laws that govern public meetings, etc.
And you're in terms of transparency and inclusion, you're very familiar with that.
Absolutely.
Because of your experience as an elected official in the school board of South Pasadena.
Absolutely. I have experience with the Brown Board, with Public Records Act, with the public records requests, and I also I have experience being in that position where I have to be the face of an organization and represent whatever entity that is to the public, to work with the public. And I have the I have the personality and the disposition and
you were the president.
The ability.
You were the president of
Absolutely.
Of the school board.
I was the president of the school board. I was the clerk of the school board, and that meant that my colleagues entrusted me with that position to be able to lead the district in the capacity of a board president.
And what are some of the things that you can do to enhance the transparency and voter involvement in the election of all elections in the city of Glendale as the city clerk?
Absolutely. There are many things that could be done. I know that things have improved from many years ago, but there's also a lot that could be done. So for example, I think we can make our city services more accessible to the public. Our website could be more accessible. It could have more accessibility features, and also have features, multilingual features for our multilingual electorate and community. So I think that it's important to be able to reach our diverse community. And also educate the public. That's another thing. You know, a lot of people don't know what city commissions are and what their functions are. So at my position as an educator and my experience as an educator will be invaluable in helping to have programs to educate the public on how the city operates, what the commissions do, how people can get involved. So yeah, definitely. And
in terms of voter education and trying to get individuals, like I was saying earlier when we started the program, that people need to get registered. How can a city clerk help the community to participate in the voting process?
I think the city clerk can institute voter registration drives in a culturally responsive way. So that means that we have to know who our population is, who is in our community, and be able to reach them in ways that they would respond to the outreach. So I think that that's really important, and that's something that I bring from my educational experience, because I have worked with diverse populations and I know how to engage diverse students and parents in the schooling process. So I bring that experience.
That's really important, the experience of inclusion of all different facets of our community. Also the experience of management and as an administrator, actually. You did receive the Congressional Woman of the Year awarded by Congresswoman Judy Chu. And what was that like? And was that while you were on the school board?
It was while I was on the school board. It was a great honor to be honored by our Congresswoman, the first Chinese American woman in the U.S. Congress. So,
and the Armenian community supported her on her election, actually.
And she's also been very supportive of the Armenian community, likewise. So it was a great honor, and I think my involvement in the community, I sat on a lot of nonprofit boards, and I organized citywide events. I organized a career fair for our students in our city, and the Congresswoman was a guest at that college and career fair. So we got to know each other, and she's been a mentor to me. So
very good.
Yeah.
And what kind of a career fair was it? Was it successful? And how did the students and especially during times of like a recession, it's difficult to find employers that are willing to hire, and not speaking of, during the pandemic and after the pandemic, but before then.
Absolutely, and I think the career fair was successful, but what I did on the school board was to push for a mentoring program in our district where our students could be paired up with mentors from different business sectors and be able to get into that business in a way early on, so that when they graduate and have the degrees, they already have the connection, and the employers know them in that capacity.
And coming back to the city of Glendale and your function with GUSD, we talked about this a little bit. You're a secondary mathematics specialist, which could you tell us again, what is it that you do for the Glendale Unified School District?
Absolutely. So I am in charge of all the professional development for the mathematics teachers, secondary mathematics teachers at Glendale Unified. I am in charge of making sure that we understand all the new legislation in terms of mathematics education, looking into the new California mathematics framework that's under review at the moment. So it's my job to ensure that I'm aware of what's taking place in our state in terms of mathematics education and bring that to our district. I am in charge of adoptions, curriculum adoptions, and really anything math-related, mathematics-related in the secondary realm at the district.
Yeah, and when you get elected to the city clerk, will you be able to manage both positions?
Well, the interesting thing about the city clerk position is that it's a full-time job. So this is, in a way, a job interview for me. To be able to prove to the public and show the public that I'm qualified for this position, because it is a full-time job. So it would be, I would have to step down from that position and assume this position. I see. And so I hope that I interview well with the community, because I need everyone's votes. And I bring a lot of other things other than the experience that I've mentioned. For example, I'm a polyglot. Polyglot meaning I speak multiple languages. So I bring that to the table. I speak Armenian, Arabic, Spanish, French, and a little bit of English.
Well, that's a positive. The English part is a positive, yes.
So I bring that. I'm a musician. In terms of my personal life.
I'm finding out things about you that are not on your website.
No, I did not put that on my website. I play the oud.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That would be an interesting thing for the city clerk to do.
So it's interesting, because a lot of people think of city clerk as someone very serious and not artistic, but I do have the artistic side too.
That is really a surprise, actually. What happened with the?
How did I come?
How did you end up? Why not like a chutag or a guitar or something?
Shadlav Hartsumanyan. The oud, because my grandfather, who's a genocide survivor, he played the oud, and actually the oud saved his life during the genocide.
Really?
His life was spared because he knew how to play the oud, and the folks. The gendarme who had arrested him liked the sound of the oud, so that saved his life. And I owe my own existence for that instrument, and so I have that special connection. And
you've been taking lessons, and
I've been taking lessons by two amazing oud players.
Yeah.
it's been great.
Yeah.
I'm
And do you play
progressing.
for family and friends? Yeah. I mean, whenever
have,
you have
I
gatherings
have.
at home, and
I have.
that's really nice, actually.
I have, and I might have a debut. And
Oh, really? Well, you're going to have to call me next time you play, because I'm really interested now. I think it's exceptional. It's great.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing. I've always tried to play any kind of instrument, and musically I'm not inclined at all. So I must say I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Dr. Abajian.
Thanks.
If our time is concluding, I think I want to say you're more than qualified for this position, because you have the managerial skills, you have the managerial experience, as well as the administrative skills and experience to run, as well as your education and background, and your background as an elected official, I think. Իբրև անցումը, որ ընդրություններում մասնակցած է եւ այդ պաշտոնները վարած ես, փորձառություն ունիս եւ ուսում ունիս, նաեւ management-ի մասին որ խոսեցան օրեն, այդ բոլորը it qualifies you for this position. I think you would do a great service for the community by I think you are doing a great service for this community by running, and I am sure that you will come on top on this election. Now, if the community wants to help you during your other than votes, of course,
Yes.
the votes are the most important
Yes, those
thing.
are the most important. So
Քվեարկություն ամենակարևորը, քվեարկությունն զատ ուրիշ ինչ
Այո.
կրնա համայնքանել, որ քեզի օգտակար դառնա։
Ayo. What people can do is visit my website. It's SuzieAbajian.com, SuzieAbajian.com, and they can register to volunteer. I need volunteers to knock on doors and tell people about who I am and why I'm running. And I also need funds to let the public know about my candidacy. So that's the biggest challenge in elections, is the fundraising.
Absolutely. Fundraising is the most difficult thing and the biggest challenge of any election, actually, from my experience, and I'm
Absolutely.
sure your experience as well.
So if folks are willing to donate, any amount would be helpful, and anything that you can do to get involved and let me know about you. I would love to get to know everyone
Very
who's
good.
in our community. So
Again, գուզեմ շնորհակալություն հայտնել Dr. Abajianին, որ նորեն այսօր իր ժամանակը դրամատրեց է մեզ հետ խոսեցավ եւ իր տեխնազությունը ցեզի բացադրեց եւ իր փորձառությունը եւ իր ուսումը եւ այդ բոլոր մանրամասնությունները, որ այսօր խոսեցանք, ինչպես որսի ես նեցու կգանքնիմ իր տեխնազության եւ կուզեմ քաչալերել ծեր բոլորին, որ մասնակցիկ ընդրություններուն քվեարկեք Suzie Abajianին, նաեւ քվեարկեցեք Ellen Asadrianին, որ կմասնակցի քաղաքապետարանի խորհրդի ընդրություններուն եւ եթե չեք արձանագրված, անշուշտ արձանագրվեցեք։ Ուրեմն այդ չափ մեր այսօրվա ծրագրին գտեսնվին քաշապատ միևնույն ժամին մնակարով։